So we are live.
Oh,
Yay! So much fun.
hi.
How do we tweet
Hello.
this out?
Yeah, where's the tweet? Oh, okay.
She was following us on the other module. That's why.
How do you tweet? Tweet
Help.
what? Tweet this. Like, hey people, we're
Make sure you delete the ones that you DM'd.
Hold on. I can. So we are live. I link it.
Use the one.
I'll DM it to you, Lauren.
Yes. Wait, we're live right now, aren't we?
Yep, we are.
Okay.
We already said it. Okay, so. Okay, so I just DM'd it. Okay, awesome. So we will be talking about the murder complex, and Lindsay Cummings is here with us, which is so exciting. Yeah, she's got her own copy.
Yeah. Always.
Okay, so Tina isn't with us right now, but she will be in a bit. There's like a few technical problems, so we're just gonna start without her. So Selena just said good luck and have fun, guys. Oh, sorry, that's Sean. Sean, sorry.
Oh,
I heard Selena. Thanks, Sean. Okay, so me and Lauren have a few questions for Lindsay.
oh my God, do we?
Yes, we do. You start. Okay, I'll start with my first question. Okay, so what was your main inspiration to write the murder complex?
Okay. Well, first I'll go ahead and talk about it for a second, in case people haven't read it yet.
Okay.
I'm Lindsay Cummings. I'm the author of this. And this is set in the futuristic Florida Everglades, and it focuses on a world where the murder rate is higher than the birth rate. And every night at dark, people are murdered, and no one knows why or who's behind it. And I really wanted to write like a cool sci-fi action story. I always watched like the Bourne Identity movies a lot growing up. I thought those were like the coolest ever. Oh, we got someone else. Who's that?
Here.
Yay! Yay. Okay, cool. And so I read this article about this small town where all these murders happen in a short span of time. I thought, oh, that'd be really cool to kind of put it in the future, and then put these really cool characters in the story that weren't afraid to fight back. So that's where the whole idea came from.
Nice. Okay. Lauren, you want to ask?
I'm trying to think of questions, but it's been a while. Like it's been like a week or two, and I forget very quickly. But I remember this. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this Talon. What's
Talon.
how do you pronounce that?
Talon.
What?
I call it talon, like a bird talon, like.
Right. Okay. Has a daughter? What?
Yeah. Actually, I did that because, like, growing up in high school, there were all these girls that were, like, getting pregnant. And I remember in my 8th grade class, I think it was 8th grade, yeah, there was a girl that had a 1-year-old already, and we were only in 8th grade, and I was like, oh my gosh. So it just kind of, like, made sense to me that, like, in the future, if you were starving and you kind of didn't know what else to do, Talon does some things to make money, and she ended up getting pregnant, and that's kind of how that happened. But yeah, I was like, oh, I know a lot of teen moms, so
Yeah.
I put it into the story.
I was just a bit confused about it because it was just there all of a sudden. I was like, what? What just happened? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just for the people who are watching, we don't want to like spoil. We're like, yeah, like when we start talking about the books and details, we'll mention that we're going to start spoiling. But for now, like, it's a non-spoiler video. Hi, Tina, you haven't talked.
Hi, Tina.
Hi. Hi. Yeah.
How are you?
I realized I didn't add everyone on Google, so it didn't work. Do we know how many people are here at the moment?
Nine viewers.
Yay.
That's adorable.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
so you guys
so-
can check.
To the people who are watching, they can ask us questions on the Google Plus, or you guys can just hashtag TMC Liveshow and tweet it, and then like that's how we'll see the questions.
TMC live show.
Yeah, hashtag TMC Liveshow. Oh, Hook for Life said, I know a guy with a kid and he's 21. Go, Lauren.
My parents had their first child when they were 21, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Like, your parents are, like, so close to your age. Kind of.
Kind of. That's weird.
Oh, and, whoa, and the kid's 8.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
I'm bad at math. Someone do that
Yeah, me
math.
too. I'm just like, so, 21 minus 8.
Oh,
13.
How?
yeah, did you finish it yet?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I finished it. I was like so tired last night. I was like, oh, I'm falling asleep. I was like, no, I have to finish this.
Okay, who are your favorite characters? Personally, I love Talon.
Me too. I love her so much. She cracks me up. And that's kind of stupid to say because it's like I wrote her, so I'm like saying that I think I'm funny, but
No, I
I
actually
love-
love her personality. She's really like she's a character I'd really want to be friends with.
I know, me too. I love her. That's awesome.
I think Zeph is actually pretty cute, and he's so sweet and stuff. Uh,
Are you British?
no,
You sound British on this. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is
no,
so.
it's like not American, so it's New Zealandish, like not New Zealandish, but it's a New Zealander accent.
Well, it's really pretty. I love it. I'm really jealous now.
Thank you.
And then we have someone from Denmark, right?
What? Me?
Yeah, aren't you from Denmark?
No, I'm from the Netherlands.
Netherlands. I don't know. I haven't taken like a world studies class in like 10 years, so my map is like looks like Panem. It's just like one big blob of world together. So whatever.
Like in like 3 different continents.
Yeah. This is so cool then.
It's pretty tough trying to get the right time.
Yeah.
Someone Hook for Life asked, "Have you read Dorothy Must Die?"
I have, and I love that book. And actually, Danielle, the author, is one of my like cyber friends. We're both Harper sisters, and she's like the sweetest person, so deserving, and that book is really fun. And so is the novella. Have you guys read it?
No, I actually
Yeah.
haven't.
Not yet, no. Actually, I'm not planning on it. I'm in a reading slump.
Aw, those are no fun. I am trying to finish. Hold on. This.
Ooh.
Oh, that book.
Well,
I think I have like 50 pages left. I don't want to finish it because then it will be over.
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
I'm so behind on that series, though. I'm at City of Fallen Angels.
Well,
Ooh,
that's
but
not
still.
that high.
I'm only at City of Bones. Oh my God. So I'm just like way behind. Beth said, "Hi, I finished the Murder Complex yesterday and it was fantastic. I loved it."
How cute.
Aw, thank you. Oh no, what's happening? We lost Lauren.
What?
Oh, she's back. Okay, she's back.
Hook for Life says, "How do I become a published author?"
Okay, that's a good question. Well, there's lots of ways that you can do it, especially now that self-publishing has become, a big thing. But first, you have to write the book, and you can see if you want to get published traditionally, which is how I got published with HarperCollins. A lot of the editors there require you to have literary agents, and that's something you can get on like absolutewrite.com or querytracker.net. And just research how to write a query letter, because that's how you are supposed to get a literary agent. You have to write like a short one-page kind of hook, basically about what your book is about, and try and get the agent to read it. And then from there, your agent kind of does the work. But if you want to do traditionally published stuff, I don't know a lot about that, but there's a lot of books and things you can research. You can go to a writer's conference. I went to one, and that was how I met my agent. And it's really cool because they have all these other writers and agents and editors and all these people that are really high up in the business, and they kind of teach you everything that you need to know. So that's what I did when I was 18, and it kind of all went from there. So it was totally worth it. And you can Google like writers' conferences in your area.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so cute.
Probably the cutest sneeze ever. But I'm
Doug asked a question and the question disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
what I was thinking.
Can I ask how the writing process was? Like, how long did it take?
So for the murder complex, the first draft actually took me about 2 weeks to write. But just because I was so into the story and the characters were like so real to me that I just couldn't stop writing. But then from that first draft, it was about 2.5 years of hardcore editing, which is a really important part of the process that I think a lot of people forget about, is that you have to edit and you have to get people to read your stuff. And even like the Hunger Games and Harry Potter and all these big time books were heavily edited just because people, like authors, need people to look at their stuff. We kind of like get too close to our writing and then we stop seeing the flaws. But then since I wrote The Murder Complex, my other stuff has taken about 4 months, and I don't know why. I think maybe just The Murder Complex was that magical moment for me, but regardless, I'm still able to write books, so that's good, I guess.
Okay.
I think there's a question on Twitter from Ivan Redfield, and he asks, how many other countries is the book going to be published in?
Right now, it's only been purchased by Portugal, and I don't actually know when the release date is for that one, but I'm hoping that more foreign rights and things will come in. It's also in Canada, but yeah, hopefully more foreign rights will start coming in, and then we can see all the pretty foreign covers and have it translated, and that'll be fun.
The weird titles.
Yeah.
Sean,
I think the question is there. Yeah.
you can go ahead and ask it.
Oh, I can't pronounce the name. Sean asks, are you happy with how your book was received? That is 4-star ratings on most sites like Goodreads. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think with everything that's creative and artistic, you're going to have people that love what you put out there, and you're going to have people that really hate it. Um, and I think that just means that it's being noticed. And so it's cool. It's so fun to get the people that will read it and say that it was like one of their favorite books, and they'll, give it 4 or 5 stars, and that's very exciting. I don't know. I think it's just cool, regardless of how people are reacting to it. It's cool that it's actually out there and that I can walk into a bookstore and see it on the bookshelf. And I actually went into Barnes and Noble and like bought a couple of copies myself on release week, which was like super nerdy, but it was so fun.
Hook for Life said, so you started the live show talking about teen pregnancy. Do you write books based on your real life experiences?
No. I mean, if the murder complex was my real life experience, then that would be really bad.
That would be depressing.
I know. But no, I think, well, like, for example, this story kind of came about because I was writing it when I was really sick with fatigue issues, and I felt kind of trapped in my own body. And so I put the characters in a world that was surrounded by this big wall because I wanted them to feel as trapped as I did. But slowly, as the characters started getting stronger and starting to kind of learn to live, even though they were trapped in this world, I myself started feeling kind of stronger too. So it was kind of like a cool therapy type thing. So I have like bits and pieces of my life in my stories, but not full-on life experiences. I don't live in a world where I'm constantly being chased by people trying to kill me.
Another question. Have you ever been to England?
No, not, and that's on my bucket list because I really want to go and do the Harry Potter tour, which is
Yeah, that's so cool.
nice. And I also, I don't know, pretty much everything in Europe I want to go see. I think it would be so much fun, and especially it would be fun to have my books published there someday. Yeah. That was a good question.
Who's your favorite children's book? What's your favorite children's book?
Harry Potter. And like they're children's books at first, and then they start getting a lot older and like a lot darker. But I also, when I was little, I used to read Hank the Cowdog. It's this really big series about this dog that lives on a farm, and he is like a dog detective. Like, it's really funny, and it's like a Western kind of, and my dad used to read those to me in bed at night. I loved those, and I actually got to go and meet the author.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's like this old man, country man, and I met him at a librarian conference and like got him to sign my T-shirt, which is like all these little kids were in line, and then me, and I was like, "Will you sign my shirt?" Like, I'm such a big fan. That was cool.
Okay, so there's this game that some people do with a specific book, and it's like the kind of like the Merry Best Friend kill tag.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, with the characters from the murder complex, each one gets to choose the character that they would like to marry and the character they would want as their best friend and the most character they would want to kill. So,
Okay.
how about you start?
Well, I would obviously want Zephyr as my husband. I would want Meadow as my best friend because I feel like she could teach me to be super tough and strong. And I would want to kill. It's so hard. I don't know. Probably her brother. Probably Koi. I want to kill Koi. Yeah, I love him so much, but I love all the other ones more, I think. So I just it's hard. Someone else answer that. I want to know.
Lauren, go ahead.
Um. Uh. This is so hard. No, I can't. I don't want to kill anyone. I want everyone to be my best friend and we'll be happy together.
That's fine. You don't have to kill them. There's a lot of people that die already, so.
No more murder.
It's enough. It's too much.
Tina.
To be honest, I'd probably be the same as Lindsay, but if I didn't want to kill anyone, I don't know. Yeah, same as Lindsay. Yeah.
I probably want Talon as my best friend, and I'd probably want to kill Meadow's mom. She made me so angry. She really did.
That was kind of a spoiler, maybe?
A little bit, but that's okay.
Oh.
Oh,
It was kind of original, so I guess.
Okay, there are a few questions on Twitter.
Where
So
are you
Beth is asking if she wants to know if. Sorry?
Where are you getting those questions?
The
Is it
hashtag, the TNT live show.
Oh, okay.
So Beth is asking, she wants to know if Lindsay has started drafting or working on the second book.
I actually turned it into my editor like in January. So yeah, it's been the first draft or the whatever number draft that was, probably like the third draft has been done for a while. I haven't, gone through all the edits yet, so I'm sure a lot can and probably will change. But yeah, like the initial draft of it is done, and I know what's going to happen, and it was really fun, and I just want people to read it. And I also really want people to see the cover because I've gotten to see that too. So.
Oh my god, when will the cover get revealed?
I honestly do not know.
Oh,
I
okay.
have no idea. Probably in the fall sometime is my guess. Kind of the same schedule as what happened with the murder complex, but I really could not tell you a definite answer.
What about the title?
So that is on Goodreads. It's called The Death Code.
Oh.
So yeah, it's
that's
on
cool.
Goodreads. It just got put up like a couple days ago. So go add it and then tell your friends to add it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Also, Beth is asking another question. She says, what POV was the hardest to write, Zephyr or Meadow?
I think it kind of changed. Like at first, Meadows was way easier to write just because I felt like so close to her. Everything that Meadow says and thinks is everything that I would say and think and do if I was in that world. So she's kind of me.
Did it have something to do with her being a female as well?
I don't think so. I just think her toughness, and she's just kind of bitter about the world, and that's kind of how I felt when I was writing the story. And Zephyr, it was fun to write him because when I would get bored writing a Meadow chapter towards the end, I'd be like, oh, I'll just pop over to Zephyr's head and write one of his, and then I'll pop back to Meadow's head. But then as I started editing, Zephyr became the easier one to edit, and Meadow was harder for me. So it's really strange. I don't know why, but it kind of flip-flopped on me at the last minute.
Lauren, do you want to choose a question?
Oh, from the Twitter or because I'm having internet problems? But I have some questions anyway. Okay, this is really important. Would you rather have 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Oh. One question I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like struggling to answer it. I'm like, this is so 10 Wait. What? Say it again. I'm sorry.
10,
The little
10
horses.
horses
Dark-sized horses. I would pick
or
10
one?
of those.
Yeah.
Yes, I would choose.
Sorry about that, but that's
That
just
would
the
be
question
fun.
I ask every
I could like
author.
put one in my purse.
A question someone asked, do you read Southern fiction?
Southern fiction?
What's
Not
Southern?
really.
Yeah, what's that?
Like Southern Gothic fiction, I think is kind of what they're asking.
I like it.
That's kind of I don't know if I've ever read a book that's been categorized as Southern fiction. There's one book called Texas Gothic by Rosemary Clement Moore, and that could be. I think it's Southern Gothic. I don't know. That's a hard question.
According to Goodreads, it's like The Help by Catherine Stockett, To Kill a Mockingbird, Gone with the Wind, Saving Kiki, Honeycutt.
No, I don't read any of that. It's too. It's not dark enough for me. I like dark actiony stuff. Honestly, I've never read To Kill a Mockingbird, and people will probably. Have you guys read it?
No.
I haven't.
No. Okay, then I feel better.
Well, I'm bad with classics anyway.
I haven't read like hardly any classic books because I will try and read one and then I will get so bored and I'll just put it down and move on to like
me
a new
too.
right?
It happens to me all the time. I'm so bored, but I just
Right. I feel bad.
Emma by Jane.
So pretty.
Oh, I have a question.
That's cute.
Okay, another question. Someone said. Okay, go ahead.
What?
Who has a
Wait,
question?
what?
I have
I
a
thought
question.
Lauren had one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you happy with how your book smells?
Um,
Oh.
yeah,
I'm making it interesting here.
I like it.
you know what? Actually, that's a great question because when I got the box of like 20 of them or whatever, and I opened it up, it was just like, whoa, like this book smell, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. But I don't know. That's a great question. You can buy book scented perfume. Did you know this?
Oh my god, I need it in my life.
Now I'm gonna compare it to City of Heavenly Fire and see which one smells better. Okay.
I think yours does.
Yeah, it totally does. Mine wins. Mine wins. It beats Jace. No, Sebastian and Claire. Meadow wins. She has a better body odor.
Oh, Disguise Everywhere by Jenny Nelson smells really good. It smells like a first aid kit.
What?
Ah,
Oh wow.
that's also such a good
I
book.
have
Like the writing is beautiful.
I love it.
Ew.
I should reread this. Anyway.
So someone asked, so you're 20, do you want to get an English degree before you write more books?
Okay, I'm not 20. I'm actually 23. That's so funny. But no, I don't think college is for me, honestly. I tried it and it was either a 7 or a 17 as my economics grade. So I totally failed that. I actually failed college English. And I just didn't want to be there. But I don't think you don't need an English degree to be a writer. That's what I went for originally. I wanted it, and then I switched to music, and then I switched to nothing.
Well, you're an author now, so that counts.
But for the kids that are watching, stay in school.
So there's a Twitter. Ivan says, I have read The Murder Complex 3 times and I never reread books. What have you done to me, Lindsay? You are bananas.
You're bananas, Ivan. That's so awesome. Wow. That's really cool. Thank you for reading it 3 times. I wonder if you can like quote half of the things like I can. We should have a competition. That's awesome.
Someone asked about the Twitter hashtag. So again, it's hashtag TMC Liveshow. So yeah, you guys can ask questions over there.
I'm looking for it. I'm gonna tweet it out really quick. Oh, okay. I see 2 questions.
You can ask yourself questions, you know, just ask them and answer them.
Okay. Lindsay, what's your favorite color? Well, my favorite color is black. I really love it. Lindsay,
Black
what is
not a color, though.
it's totally a color. I just there are 2 questions from Juhina. Did you see those?
Did you hide that?
Yep.
Yes.
So he said, what was harder to write, the first or the second book?
The second book, 110 million %. And I've always heard this from other authors. They're like, I've been sitting at, like, going to lunch or like sitting at a table at a conference with other authors. They're like, oh yeah, the second book is terrible. And so like my whole author life, I was like so afraid to have to start the second book because it has like this like dark cloud over it. Like every author is always like, no, you don't want to have to do the second one. So when I started it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. It is hard. It's so hard because especially if you're closing up your series, like, I don't know, like the first book is all about, it's just magical to write and it's so fun because you're first kind of diving into this world, and then the second book you're like having to go back into it after you've worked so hard on the first one and after you've done all these changes, and it's just hard, and then you don't know what your readers are going to think. You have like, it's become a public thing now, so you're kind of afraid of what your readers are going to think, if they're going to hate it or love it. It's not fun.
Do you think like writing standalone is easier?
I would think so. I think for me personally, I think it'd be easier to write a standalone. But I know that there's like, I have some author friends that they're like, oh, I need at least like 5 books to like feel good about it. But I like to write shorter, so I would love to do standalones. I think it'd be fun for me.
You ever think you could like, would you ever like write a contemporary?
I started a contemporary, kind of one about, actually I shouldn't tell you, but I started a contemporary and I really had fun writing it, but it was such a personal story for me that I don't know if I'd ever want that published. But I also think that my readers would enjoy to see more kind of what I'm doing now. And I'm always going to love writing action books more than contemporary. But yeah, maybe someday. I honestly couldn't tell you what I'm going to do next. I never know when I'm going to like decide what to do. It just kind of hits me.
Do you read your own reviews?
Wait,
like reviews of your book?
Oh, did I ever read the reviews?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I used to. Um, I used to read them, and it would be really fun at first because you'd look at all the 5 stars, and that was super, super fun. And then you'd read a 1 star, and you would just like hate your life instantly. And because that's hard, you know, people can be really, really mean, or they can be really, really sweet about it. And I started getting too caught up in what everyone else thought, and I have recently realized that I just don't really care. I write because it's what I'm passionate about, and there are people that are going to love your stuff and they're going to hate it no matter what it is. Like, even if you're John Green, like, there's people that hate John Green, there's people that hate Suzanne Collins, and there's people that love them.
J.K. Rowling, too.
Right, so it's kind of just, you know, I just don't read them anymore. Even if someone, like, tweets a nice review to me, I don't read them anymore because it's just too much to deal with. Like, there are too many feelings to deal with.
Johanna also asks, where do you usually do most of your writing?
So, you know those chaise lounge chairs? Is that how you call it?
The what?
Chaise lounge chair? It's like this looks like a fainting couch. I have one of those. You can Google it if you don't know what it is.
Google it.
But I have one of those, and I like to sit on that, sit/lay on that and do my writing, because it feels really fancy and cool. And then other times I just lay in bed and write. Pretty much wherever I'm sitting, I can write, as long as it's quiet. I can't have music or anything like that. I don't know how other people can do that.
Are you one of those authors who just plots everything, or do you just start writing and just continue on with however the book?
I like to pretend like I'm good at plotting, but in reality, I'm like the worst plotter ever. Like, it always ends up being either the same story or it has like all these holes in it and it makes like 0 sense. So I've started to kind of, I do like, bless you.
Are you kidding?
Bless you, like, oh, I'm just sick. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, right now I kind of just do beginning, middle, and end, and then I just fill everything else in along the way. But plotting is hard, man. Like, it's really hard. I don't know how people can do it.
I don't know how people can write books.
Me either.
So Sean asks, with whom would you like to write a book if you had the chance?
Ooh. Suzanne Collins or Marie Lu.
Ooh, I can see it.
Oh my gosh, Legend! I love, love, love that series, and I actually read it after I wrote The Murder Complex. And there's like these computer diary entries in Legend, and there are kind of diary entries in The Murder Complex, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at what we both did! Like, we could be friends, me and Marie. We could totally be friends.
Yeah, I really like Legend too. I like the dual POVs.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh. And she has a new book coming out in the fall, and I'm super excited.
Okay, another question. Someone asked, have you read Holly Black's book?
Which one?
Her books.
I have read the White Cat.
Yeah, the White Cat.
I've read that. I haven't finished all those yet, but and then I really want to read. I think I actually just got an arc of it. It's Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. Right? Is that their upcoming middle grade? I think it's them too.
Oh yeah.
It is that.
I don't know what's
called. That's an arc of that, and I'm really excited to read that one.
Trials, I think.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. That's gonna be fun. I predict big success.
So someone asked what is your favorite genre of book, but I think you answered that before, like with the dark action, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, YA sci-fi. I also really like fantasy a lot. As long as there's action and darkness, I'm totally down with it.
Oh my god, so Ivan said, did you girls know that Lindsay sings? Ask her to sing Titanium. Her voice is beautiful.
I am not gonna sing. Oh, that is not happening.
Oh my god.
That is the worst. I refuse.
A little
Where did
bit.
you get that from?
Where do I get that from?
You're like, how does he know?
Oh, he stalks me. No, I'm just kidding. I posted a cover like a year or two ago on my YouTube channel, so I guess he's seen that one. That's so
Oh.
funny.
I'm gonna go see it then.
Yeah, you go see that later. Not now because I don't hear it. No. Someone else sing. Maybe Ivan can sing.
Yeah.
So there's another question. Beth is asking, what do you think of authors' new fascination for killing main characters?
I like it. It depends on the story. I don't know. It sucks because it's like so hard when you're reading a book and you've like been rooting for characters like the whole trilogy or whatever, or duology, whatever you want it to be, and then one of them dies and it's just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like I get so mad, but it's cool that like an author can like pull those emotions out of their readers. But in some cases, I'm still like dealing with the pain of characters dying off. All the sad. Like Mockingjay. Good lord.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
I don't know how she did it.
I know.
One after the other.
And Mockingjay is like one of the only books that has ever, like out of all the books, made me cry. Like every time it makes me cry. So look, she's crying right now.
Yeah, she's crying.
Me. For me, I would say my favorite type of ending would go around the ending for Champion. I loved the ending for Champion.
Yes, that was the best. It was so well
Really?
done. And that made me cry too.
Oh.
I've only read Legend, so
No, read the other two, like now. Like just leave the chat and go read the other two, like ASAP.
I haven't even read Legend.
You have to Legend. This is my read it.
Okay, so Sean is asking a question. What are things in the book that readers might miss, but that you either think are important for the plot or that you are practically proud of?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm proud of all the little moments between characters or like just cool action scene parts. I don't know. That's a hard question. I kind of think I'm proud of like every part because it was so much work. But as far as them missing anything that would be vital to the plot, I kind of think I made all those obvious. But yeah, all the little moments, especially like I think my favorite scene to write was there's a fight scene on top of a moving train, and that was so fun for me to write because I don't really know why, but I was like, if I could fight anywhere and be good at it, I would want it to be on top of a moving train, and so I just put that into the book. But that was really fun for me, and then the very, very last line of the entire book is also one of my most like prized possessions, and it never changed. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm right about that.
Ah.
I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a
And
cliffhanger.
one of the other things that I think is super cool is this barcode on the spine. Or not spine. What do you call the inside of these on the pages, I guess?
The edges.
Yeah, the edges.
Yeah, I was
Good.
reading this outside, and all my friends were like, "Whoa, what's that thing on the side of the book?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a
Right, isn't
barcode."
It's so pretty.
When I was reading it, everyone was like, "Oh my god, that looks so cool!" And then I told them about it, and they were like, "Yeah, I want to read that, but it's probably not gonna happen. I need more reader friends."
Oh, you need
Question.
to be friends.
I can't, do they actually have, barcodes tattooed on their forehead?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of imagine them without it.
No.
Are they big? Like, the whole forehead?
Or whatever size you want them to be. I imagine them as like this big,
Yeah.
But if you look really, really carefully at the picture, you can actually see the barcode on her forehead.
Yeah, that's what I just noticed.
Yeah. It's like very subtle here.
So Sean is leaving. He says, "Thanks so much for asking my questions. Good night or rest of the day." Bye, Sean.
Bye.
Thanks.
And Hook for Life asks, do any of you read chick lit?
No.
No.
Wait, is this like contemporary, like Lola and the Boy Next Door and stuff?
No, it's kind of like adult.
Oh, no.
We're all like, yeah, I don't know if I've ever. You know what? Would you Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants? Would that be considered chick lit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because I read all those growing up, but then I discovered like the dark, crazy YA, and then I have not looked back since.
And now the same person is asking, okay, I'm going to pronounce this, Le Cordon Bleu to become a pastry chef. Do any of you read Foodie Lit?
No.
Fruity. Like about fruit? I'm so confused.
Yeah, it's things to do with food.
I would
Oh,
have book dedicated to pizza.
I don't. I pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much. This is so bad. It's always just dark YA, but it's just what I love. I guess if there was food in it.
So I'm asking, have you read Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi?
Yes, I have. I have.
We all have. I think
Yeah.
we all.
And actually, those are some of my favorite covers out.
Feels.
Lauren, you haven't read it?
Oh, I have. I'm just having Ignite Me feels.
Oh.
I miss them. Are you crying?
She's crying again.
Totally crying.
About your Ignite Me feel.
Someone's actually asked, how do you say your name? Is it Farah?
Oh, it's Farah.
Farah?
Yeah.
Who are your favorite booktubers?
Me? Why is someone asking me?
I want
Well,
to know.
I don't know. I generally just watch a lot. Well, I love Tina's channel, Regular Reads. You should check her out. Yeah. So, again, the same person said, why do you like Tara Muffy's books?
Sexy time.
Oh, it's awesome. I don't know, she has pretty writing.
Her
Yeah.
writing's pretty unique.
It is very unique. You can totally tell, like, she has a stamp on everything that she does, and you can totally tell when it's her, which is pretty cool. Trying to think, I don't know. She might have one of the most unique. Jandy Nelson also has a gorgeous writing voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there any? Ooh, and Lainey Taylor, who wrote Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Her voice is also awesome. Are you smelling? Oh no, Lauren's smelling the books again.
Oh, what's your favorite YA book of the moment?
It's a toss-up between this one, obviously, and I've been pitching this book to everyone lately because it came out in July and it is one of my favorite books of all time. It's Elusive by Emily Lloyd Jones. It's like X-Men meets Ocean's 11. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It like kills. It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
good. So Elusive by Emily Lloyd Jones. Everyone go buy it, read it. It's amazing.
I haven't heard of that.
Oh my gosh,
I haven't heard of it either.
Oh, good. Reading it now.
look it up. Look it up now. So good.
Oh, I think I've seen this cover before.
It's
I
so
haven't
good
seen it,
because
but I'm gonna.
the book reads like you're watching a movie. Like it's so well done. It switches to different characters. It's in third person. The whole thing, I think it's in third person. Yeah. But anyways, it's like one of the most well done books I've ever read. Definitely a winner.
So Hook for Life is asking, what about Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson? Do you like fairy tale retellings?
I love fairy tale retellings. I actually have not read Tiger Lily yet. I know that a lot of people like that one. Cruel Beauty is awesome. I loved that book. That's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. What else is there?
There's Carrier of the Mark.
Okay, yeah.
There is
I feel like
Cruel Beauty. The cover with like the stairs and like the red rose.
oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cruel Beauty. Somebody wasn't paying attention. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Get it together. Terrible host.
I was thinking my next question.
So, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
Bad Lindsay.
so this is like a very spoilery question, but I'm very curious to asking it.
Okay, spoiler alert. Everyone wants to go away.
So my sister and I have both read the book, and we had this mini discussion after reading it, and she was kind of thinking about what she didn't like was that she thought the romance was a little bit Insta Love,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't really feel like it was Insta Love. I was just like, yeah, like I don't know. Did you mean for it to be Insta Love?
Honestly, so I kind of meant for it to be quick. Zephyr's, been dreaming about this girl for years, and so for him it makes sense. And for her, she's always kind of been against love, and honestly, I am Meadow, and in this story, Zephyr is kind of my husband, and so I fell in love with him immediately. And I think that it is real and it can happen. And so for me, yeah, I did want it to be quick, but I don't know. I kind of don't. It's just kind of how it happened, and that's just what it is. But yeah, some people do. They'll say, oh, Insta Love. But I'm like, but I had Insta Love. Like, Insta Love is okay. Like, that's my romance, my true story. So stop picking on it.
Okay, another question. So,
Okay.
what made you like choose like Meadow's hair color to be silver?
So I really based what she looks like off of Saoirse Ronan, the actress that was in Hannah. And when you see her, she kind of has like that silvery blonde hair.
Wait,
So that
what's her name?
Saoirse Ronan. It's spelled kind of weird. It's spelled like Sayor. And then also, like, I grew up going to the beach all the time, and when I was little, I had like silver hair because I was constantly in the sun.
Oh.
And so that's just kind of how I wanted her to look.
Sir. Okay. So there's a question on Twitter. It says about back to Shatter Me, I think.
Okay.
Ivan is asking, what do you think about Chapter 62 and Chapter 55? LOL, this question's for the three of you.
Wait, is this for Shatter Me or for the
I
Murder
think
Complex?
so. I think this is for Shatter Me.
Okay.
Really? Shatter Me doesn't have like 55 chapters.
Yeah, it does.
This one?
Oh, no, I don't think it's this one. I think it's like about Ignite Me.
Because I also looked in the Murder Complex, and those, it could be that as well. What?
Okay, well, I'm gonna check out the ones for the Murder Complex.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Ivan, what are you talking about?
I don't know me either.
That's so funny.
So what are you guys reading?
Oh, wow, okay. Page 50. Oh, okay. Chapter 55 in Ignite Me. 60 times.
Yeah, I knew it. I know exactly what it is.
Everyone's just laughing.
Yeah. Lauren's drinking quietly.
But for the Murder Complex, in chapter 62, spoilers, this is the part where Meadow and Zephyr get back, and Kansas has betrayed them.
Oh, yeah.
When that happened, oh my gosh, I was so pissed.
Yay! That's what I like. I like people to get mad about the things that I write. And I just kind of pictured like a slimy old man. He doesn't really care about anyone but himself, so yeah.
And for the ending, spoilers again, you know how Zephyr, he crawls away, and then Meadow locks him, and then she continues to fight. Is this implying that they're going to be split up for, like, partially in the second book, or was it just for that part? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. I wish I could tell you because I can't. But I know. I'm sorry. But
Yeah, that one's just.
I think you should know soon. But trust your gut on that one.
That was really shocking. I was just like, what just happened now?
I want to adopt Meadow and her siblings because their dad is so mean. And the mom.
He's pretty harsh.
I actually don't hate him. Like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, it's good that he trained them.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
still.
I feel like if I were to raise kids in that type of world, I would raise my kids the same way that he raised them, but I would also show them love in a different way. Like I would, I'd be a little bit softer about it because he was pretty tough. But hey, they've survived. But yeah, he can be kind of a jerk.
Ivan says he was talking about Unravel Me, chapter 62, and Ignite Me, chapter 55, and he apologizes.
Oh, aren't those the sexy times chapters?
Yep, basically.
Alright.
It just feels,
So what do you guys do when you get in a reading slump?
Like I am right now. Nothing.
Same.
Just wait for it to be over. I read short books. Like this one.
This one's short. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it looks big.
It's in verse. So it is.
I'm reading
Yeah.
You Find Me by. Oh, okay, true.
Super quick, but I've been reading it.
Has anyone read it?
Okay, it's 5 o'clock here, so I have to go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
That was so much fun. Is this going to be on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, cool.
YouTube.
Okay, thanks you guys for getting everything together and I know that we're all in like different countries, so
Yeah.
thank you. It was fun.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for joining and answering the questions.
Yeah, totally. And thanks to everyone who is watching and who will watch later. And you should go buy this book. I heard it's pretty good.
It is. It is. I heard that too.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so you know how there's that person that told us to go to the 60 times? I read that one and Unravel Me. I can't even. Just so many memories.
Wait, someone linked, hold on, what? No. Okay. Okay, so someone just asked, linked us to a picture saying, do you think he's cute?
What? You should shave off the beard,
Who is that?
and then maybe.
I'm not sure if they're linking themselves or
I
not.
don't know.
Maybe if you just
That would be funny.
shorter hair.
And get rid of the beard.
I
Staring.
can't take it.
So Adrian, I'll expend 50 hours in a plane. Could you recommend? Oh, okay. Could you recommend easy short books to read? Go ahead, Lauren.
Well, I'm just gonna look at my bookshelf. Wait a sec.
For me, when I was on the plane, I read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and Hollow City. I don't know But
Both of them?
no, I read Hollow City on the plane.
Positive books, if possible.
I love Just One Day.
Is that positive?
Yeah, sometimes. Most no, actually. It's all kinds of feels. But it's great, and I love it. And it's partly set in Amsterdam.
Ooh. I'm gonna take a picture.
So
Okay, done. So, to those people watching, if you guys have any questions for us, you can go ahead and ask, or else we'll just stop the broadcast. I want to talk about what we're currently reading. Lauren, what are you reading?
What?
What are you reading right now?
I am reading Far From You by Lisa Schroeder.
Oh, how is that? I know that book.
It is the verse one.
Are you like
it? It's very weird. 142. Over halfway through, and nothing has happened. And I'm like, what? I'm really just reading it to finish it.
Oh boy.
Get over it. It's not amazing. So.
What about you, Tina?
I don't have the books here right now. Oh wait, no, jokes. I have one of them. I'm reading after I finish the Murder Complex. I'm like in the middle of like Hollow City at the moment as well. Haven't finished that yet. And Never Fade, which I haven't picked up in a while. I'm like halfway through this one, and 3/4 of the way through this one.
I have mines on my shelf, but it's been staring at me for months. No, weeks. But I'm scared to read it because of all the hype.
Wait, which book is this?
I'm talking about The Darkest Minds.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah. I haven't read that yet.
I think you should just go in, just read it like you would for a normal book. Don't put that much hype behind it, I don't think.
Okay. I'll try to ignore all that.
Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, so the person that sent the photo about asking if the person was cute is like, OMG, that was hilarious. He's a friend of mine. Sending
Is he gonna see this? Because if so, I want to give a message to get rid of the beard. Maybe make it go like that, like a proper beard, not like that, because that's kind of creepy. So, you're welcome.
Oh my god. Has anyone read this one?
What?
I've seen it, but I haven't read it.
Oh, I've seen it around, but I'm not interested, I don't think. What's it about?
Well, it's kind of like, it's realistic fiction, and it's about these two girls who've been, like, kidnapped by their mother. Not really kidnapped, but, like, they've been taken away by their mother, and, like, they live in the woods. And she neglects them a lot, and then it kind of talks about, like, child abuse, and, yeah.
That sounds depressing.
Yeah.
I can't really take dark books like that.
I love depressing books. I don't know why.
I do too, but I get so depressed, so I try to read happy books, but they don't exist. So they're all sad in a way.
True.
Or I just like books that don't really strive to be sad or happy, just like action and dystopian and stuff.
Okay, so you won't see this.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Maybe you should tell him.
Give him that message from me.
What, Pokemon? You just reminded me.
Oh, goatee, that's what it's called.
I
Alright.
need to Bakuman.
Pokemon?
Bakuman!
Oh, Pokemon, yes.
Bakuman.
I was just smelling it.
I only read the first volume and I loved it, and I totally forgot to like pick up the rest.
It gets kind of slow though.
Really?
I'm at volume 12, and I'm kind of like, but it's too long. It's 20 volumes long.
But they're really
The whole
quick.
series. It's massive.
Yes. Lauren, I think you need some sleep.
What?
I think you need some sleep.
Yes, I do. I need to
Wait,
sleep.
wait. There's a question for you, Lauren.
What?
There's a question for you.
Oh.
So I've been asked, why did you start the Document Your Life project, or how did you come up with it? I think it's awesome.
I am actually planning on making a video about that, like a proper vlog, but it's gonna take a while to prepare and everything and write and but I promise I will tell the story. It's not very exciting, but what else? So that's coming up.
Yay.
So do you like pre-prepare and write your videos?
What? Me?
Yeah, because before you're like, oh, it's taking time to write it and stuff.
Yeah, I want to have it on paper to know what I'm gonna say, but I don't vlog, so I don't know how it works. Respect, guys. You are. Okay, I have to go to sleep. It's late and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So questions and everything. So thanks for everyone who came and watched this live show. You guys are awesome, and for asking questions. And yeah. Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, you guys are fun.
How do you get out of here?
Yeah, maybe we can do another one for another book, another time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is cool.
This was cool. And yay, this was Lauren's first live show. It was how
Terrifying. Really.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, we got a question.
Oh!
What?
Okay, one more question.
We got a question. Don't leave it.
One more.
Do you always read YA?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, what's the question?
Do you always read YA?
Is that for Lauren?
That's for everyone.
Ah, all right. No, I see the question now. Yeah. I just
I'm
subconsciously
trying
do
to-
it.
When?
I'm trying to read more out of my comfort zone, but so that's why I bought Emma, the book. But
Lauren,
what?
is that in like normal English or Old English?
There are different editions. What?
I don't know. How's English? Is it like normal English?
No, I don't think it's different editions. I think she's just generally asking if it's Old English or New English, like the overall book.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I have like the classics, and they're so
read it yet.
amazing.
Okay. But
Okay.
I really have to. Okay. Bye, everyone, and stuff.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Are we just ending this now?
Yes, we're ending this. Bye.
Bye.
We can stop saying bye. Okay, Lauren just left. Bye.
Bye.